Meet Ooga Booga. He is a 400-pound silverback gorilla. He has fangs the size of carrots, muscles that could crush a coconut, and a roar that shakes the jungle. But right now, at 8 p.m. on a Friday, the most terrifying beast in the forest is hiding behind a fern, staring at a glowing rectangle in pure panic. The text reads, "Jungle party tonight. You coming?" Ooga Booga visibly shudders. He types, "Oh no, ate a bad banana. Sick. Sorry." Then he lets out a massive sigh of relief, puts on a pair of fuzzy socks, and goes back to building his leaf puzzle. Why does a creature built for absolute dominance prefer a quiet cave over a loud party? Society calls Ooga Booga boring, antisocial, or lazy. But society is wrong. There is a deeply fascinating neurobiological war going on inside his furry head. Today, we are breaking down the science of why some of us just want to stay home. The brain chemistry, dopamine versus acetylcholine. It all starts with brain chemistry. The jungle is full of loud parrots, swinging monkeys, and intense social dynamics. For extroverted gorillas, this chaos is fuel. Their brains run on a specific chemical pathway driven by dopamine and adrenaline. When an extrovert is in a noisy, crowded environment, their brain opens the dopamine floodgates, screaming, "This is amazing, let's do a backflip." But Ooga Booga's brain is wired completely differently. He has a highly sensitive dopamine system. When he goes to a jungle party, the loud noises and small talk don't excite him. They completely overstimulate him. It feels like someone is shining a stadium spotlight directly into his eyes. Instead of dopamine, Ooga Booga's brain runs on a totally different chemical called acetylcholine. This is the rest and digest neurotransmitter. It rewards him for deep thinking, quiet focus, and inner peace. He literally gets high on tranquility. The volume knob of the jungle, sensory processing sensitivity. There is another reason Ooga Booga loves his cave: control. Out there in the jungle, the world is wildly unpredictable. Unwanted physical contact, awkward conversations with that one weird leopard who won't stop talking about his crypto investments, and sudden loud noises. Psychologists call this trait sensory processing sensitivity. People, and giant gorillas, with this trait process environmental details much deeper than others. Every sound, smell, and shift in social energy is heavily analyzed by their central nervous system. By the time Ooga Booga spends 2 hours at a party, his social battery isn't just low, it is entirely, deeply fried. But inside his cave, he is the master of the environment. He controls the lighting, he controls the temperature, and most importantly, the volume of the world is turned all the way down to zero. That is not isolation, that is biological recovery, the evolutionary superpower. Staying home isn't just about survival, it's where the magic happens. Studies show that people who embrace solitude tend to have thicker prefrontal cortices, the part of the brain responsible for deep problem-solving, empathy, and creative imagination. While the other apes are out chest-beating and doing jungle shots, Ooga Booga is in his cave inventing the wheel, discovering fire, or writing a documentary. Evolution actually needed homebodies. If every primate was a reckless, outgoing party animal, the whole tribe would have been eaten by saber-toothed tigers. The quiet, observant cave dwellers were the ones who noticed the subtle changes in the weather and kept the tribe safe. Solitude isn't weird, it is an evolutionary superpower. The dark cave versus the cozy cave. But Ooga Booga must be honest with himself. There are two types of staying home. Sometimes, the cave is a sanctuary where he recharges his spirit, but other times, the cave can become a trap. If Ooga Booga is staying home because he is terrified of the outside world, paralyzed by social anxiety, or held down by depression, that is avoidance, not peace. The ultimate test is this. When you close the door to your cave, do you feel a sense of heavy guilt, or do you feel a warm, expanding sense of relief? One is hiding, the other is healing. If you are someone who cancels plans without a drop of guilt, who thrives in the quiet hours of the night, and whose idea of a perfect weekend involves zero human interaction, congratulations, you're not broken, you're just wired for depth, like our friend Ooga Booga. If this video made you feel understood, hit that subscribe button from the comfort of your bed, and send this to that friend who always cancels on you. They'll appreciate it.